Hello, and welcome back to the Infinite Potential Sports Mindset Podcast, the podcast dedicated to helping athletes unlock their mental strength and achieve peak performance in their sports. I'm Isabel Tate, your host, and in today's episode, I'm exploring the powerful practice of mindfulness and how it can elevate your athletic performance. I'll dive into what mindfulness is, its benefits for athletes, and also, quite frankly, the benefits for everybody, and practical ways to incorporate it into your training and competition routines. Alrighty, let's get started. But first, if you're finding value in these episodes, please take a moment to subscribe to the pod and leave a review. Your support helps me reach more athletes who can benefit from these mental strategies. Alrighty, let's talk about mindfulness. So, what exactly is mindfulness? At its core, mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment. Sounds easy, not so much. Aware of your thoughts and feelings without distraction or judgment. And that's the important one, no judgment. It's about paying attention to what is happening right now rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, which is a common, that's huge for everybody, myself included. I still catch myself sometimes doing that. So, we're all human. In the context of sports, mindfulness can be an absolute game changer. It can help athletes stay focused, manage stress and anxiety, those performance killers, improve decision making, and even enhance physical performance. So let's break down some of the key benefits of mindfulness for athletes. All right, improve focus and concentration. Mindfulness trains your brain to stay present, which is crucial in high pressure sporting situations. Sometimes when it's really high pressure, you almost want to distract yourself, but it's so important not to. Better emotional regulation. It helps you recognize and manage your emotions, preventing them from negatively affecting your performance. Enhanced body awareness. Mindfulness can increase your awareness of physical sensations. Well, tripping over my own tongue here. Potentially improving technique and reducing injury risk. Reduce performance anxiety, and isn't that what we're all after? And by focusing on the present moment, you're less likely to get caught up in anxious thoughts about outcomes. Faster recovery, can you believe it? Mindfulness can aid in both physical and mental recovery between training sessions and competitions. Improved sleep. Many athletes struggle with sleep. You'd think the more you train, the better you sleep. But sometimes it's like, little babies when they get overtired and they can't sleep. If you've had kids, you'd know. But not only that, but nervousness about events. Or I used to, when I was training for a sub 3 hour marathon, I used to not be able to sleep on Monday and Wednesday nights because Tuesday and Thursdays, I had the most heinous quality sessions, speed work, I would be terrified because trying to hit some of those paces, the pain. So I would have trouble sleeping those nights. So mindfulness definitely helps with that. Or, before big events, mindfulness practices can help calm the mind and improve sleep quality. And as we all know or should know, sleep is such a huge thing for recovery for athletes. Like, it's better than any of the other recovery methods that you could, those ones that you pay a fortune for. Sleep is free and the best recovery out there, but don't get me started on banging on about that. I'll get back off my soapbox. All right. Research backs up these benefits. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sports Psychology found that mindfulness-based interventions led to improved performance and psychological well-being in athletes. Hello, how good is that? All right, now let's talk about how to incorporate mindfulness into your athletic routine. Remember, like any skill, mindfulness takes practice. You can't expect to just rock up on competition day and do it. So don't get discouraged also if it feels challenging at first. So here are some practical strategies that you can start using right away. Mindful breathing. Now, this is a great place to start. Take a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. I know that sounds a bit hippy dippy, but stick with me. Notice the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. When your mind wanders, and it will, don't criticize yourself for it. I used to when I started on all this, idiot, but no, don't criticize, just notice it and then gently bring your attention back to your breath. Body scan. Lie down or sit comfortably and systematically focus your attention on different parts of your body, from your toes to the top of your head. This can improve body awareness and help you relax. So you could do that in bed before sleep. Mindful movement. During training, pay close attention to the physical sensations of your movement. Notice how your muscles feel, the rhythm of your breath, the contact of your feet with the ground. There's so much that you can focus on there. Mindful eating. I tend to be a little bit guilty of not doing mindful eating. I use I like to read sometimes when I eat. I also tend to really rush my food. I think it comes from being a child where I never felt like I was fed enough. So I ate fast so I could get seconds before my sisters did. So it's a throwback to that, I'm sure. Of course, no, I can eat as much as I want and I'm good, but it's hard. Old habits die hard. But I do mindful eating, pay attention to the full experience of eating. Put down your cutlery between bites and just focus on chewing and eating your food. And it can help you develop a healthier relationship with food and improve your nutrition habits and improve your digestion, quite frankly. All right, meditation. I've spoken about this before. Start with short sessions, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. 5 to 10 might feel quite long at first. Then gradually increase the duration. There are many guided meditations available specifically for athletes. I love the Breathe app, and they've got some good sports ones as well, sports guided meditations. A mindful cool down. After training or competition, take a few minutes to mindfully stretch and check in with how your body's feeling, how your mind's feeling. And this can be really good to do because it can help you preempt injuries. If you're feeling a twinge here or a tightness there, you can be on top of it before it, comes up and makes itself known much more loudly. All right, so let's address some common questions about mindfulness for athletes. When is the best time to practice mindfulness? Consistency is key. Try to incorporate short mindfulness practices throughout your day. Even a few minutes can make a difference. I gave you some examples there just in training. And, even if it's hard, it might be harder in training, especially if you're training with others, but definitely during the cool down or your warm up. How long does it take to see benefits? Some athletes actually report feeling benefits immediately. I personally do. While for others, it may take a bit longer because they almost have like a block to doing it, they think it's a bit of hippy-tippy stuff, so that for them, it might take weeks or months, but the key is consistent practice. Can mindfulness replace other mental training techniques? Mindfulness is a powerful tool, but it's most effective when used in conjunction with other mental training strategies. It complements rather than replaces techniques like visualization or goal setting. And it actually helps visualization because if you can get mindful and in the moment, it's easier to focus on visualization because a lot of times what athletes find hard about visualization is that they start thinking about other things and getting distracted and off topic in their visualization. So if you're good at mindfulness, bang, visualization is instantly easier. Remember, mindfulness is not about clearing your mind of all thoughts. It's about observing your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This skill can be incredibly valuable in high-pressure sporting situations. All right, let's take a moment to practice a short mindfulness exercise right now, wherever you are, unless you're driving. Take a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes if it feels right. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, bring your attention to your natural breathing rhythm. Don't try to change it, just observe it. Notice the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just gently bring your attention back to your breath. Continue focusing just on your breath. Great. How did that go? That's a simple mindfulness practice you can do anytime, anywhere, and hopefully a little bit longer. I'd like to share a personal experience with mindfulness in my athletic career. And once again, I'll go back to mountain biking. And like I said, I used to struggle badly with pre-race anxiety. My mind would race with thoughts about my competitors, potential outcomes of crashing and hurting myself and past performances, and I was really, like I said, worried about embarrassing myself and what other people would think of me. And I look back now and think how ridiculous, but whatever. This mental chatter often led to tension in my body and would lead to me having, crashes and look, whatever, when you're tense, you never perform well. You're always going to have a subpar performance. So when I first learned about mindfulness, I was skeptical because this was a long time ago before all this stuff was popular. I could simply paying attention to my breath help me perform better. But I decided to give it a try because, quite frankly, I was desperate. I started just with about 2 to 3 minutes of mindfulness breathing each day, and gradually I increased the duration, incorporated other mindfulness practices into my routine. The change wasn't immediate because I was a little bit, skeptical. But over time, I noticed a significant difference. In the moments before a race, instead of getting caught up in anxious thoughts, I was able to focus on my breath and the present moment. This helped me stay calm and centered. I became more aware of my body, which improved my technique because I was able to relax my body a little bit and help me pace myself better during the races. One particular moment stands out. It was during a national championship meet. As I stood on the race line, I could feel that anxiety creeping in and I'm starting to freak out. But instead of fighting it, I acknowledged the feeling and brought my attention back to my breath. I focused on the sensation of my feet on the pedals, the air on my skin. When, the start signal sounded, I was fully present and ready. And the race ended up being one of my best performances. And I actually really enjoyed it. And isn't that what it's all about? Mindfulness didn't eliminate all my pre-race nerves, but it gave me a tool to manage them effectively. It allowed me to perform my best, when it mattered the most. So as I wrap up, let's summarize the key points from today's episode. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware in the current moment. For athletes, mindfulness can improve focus, emotional regulation, body awareness, and performance, whilst at the same time reducing anxiety about the event. Practical ways to incorporate mindfulness include mindful breathing, body scans, mindful movement, and meditation. Consistency, though, is key. You can't just do it once a week and expect to be awesome at it. Even short, regular practices can make a significant difference. Mindfulness complements other mental training techniques and can be a powerful addition to your mental toolkit. I encourage you strongly to start incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine. Start small, even just a few minutes of mindful breathing each day can make a huge difference. Experiment with different techniques to find out what works best for you. Now, if you found value in today's episode, which I really, really hope you did, please share it with an athlete who might benefit from it. And don't forget to leave a review. Like I said, I would love it. And if you leave one, I will give you a shout out and read out the review. So keep it nice. It really helps us reach more athletes with these mental performance strategies. This is Isabel Tate, your host from Infinite Potential Sports Mindset Podcast, reminding you that your mind is your most powerful muscle. Train it well. Until next time, keep pushing your limits and unlocking your infinite potential. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your time and you choosing this podcast to listen to. Catch you next episode. Bye.